up these campers, way hey and up these campers, way hey and up these campers, as Captain Renard orders.
Now gather round, ye salty dogs. If it's a tale ye want, I've got one that'll make your hearts pound and your bones shake. A tale that'll chill ye to the bone and boil your blood all at once. Now I reckon you've all heard of the Voidreach, eh? Cold, dark, and still as a graveyard. Ain't no waters like it. It don't just take sailors' lives. It steals their very souls, or so they say. Well, it were on that very sea that I found myself, sailing aboard the Scarlet Saber. It was a night like no other, the fog thick as the breath of the damned, rolling in like a ghastly tide. The moon above was but a pale whisper, barely breaking through the mist. Every creak of the ship's timbers felt like a cry from that abyss. And the Voidreach, where the sea ends and the black begins. No wind, no waves, no light, not even from the stars. They say that the very world falls silent there. We sailed right into it, and that's where things turned dark. The air were cold, lads. Not the kind of cold that makes your bones ache, but the kind that gets under your skin. A chill that claws at ye from the inside, making you wonder if you're still alive or just another shade, a wander in the water. And the silence, it weren't natural. No waves a lapping against the hull, no wind a whistling through the rigging. No breeze, no salt, nothing, just this cold biting on our bones. The Saber, she moved, but the sea were still, no wake, not a ripple, like the ocean had frozen solid. I told him not to go, said the sea was haunted, but old Renard never listens to reason. Well, I ain't one to be frightened by a bit of fog, Mr. Sin, not me, no. There I was, standing at the helm with Mr. Sin beside me, his eyes sharp as ever, ears twitching like the hound catching a scent. Mr. Sin, I said to him, what's the crow's nest report? Nothing, Captain, he said, though I could see in his eyes that he didn't like it. Nothing but shadows and fog. Now it ain't like me to get spooked, but I admit I felt it. That eerie prickling feeling like we were being watched. Every man on the deck could feel it too. The Renard, stalwart as any pirate could wish for, were moving slower than their hooves clacking on the planks. Eyes a darting about like they were sailing through the belly of a beast. Mr. Sin took another swig of rum, wiping his mouth on his sleeve, eyes a gleaming as he leaned forward again. And that's when we both saw it. Rising out of the sea like the devil himself, a head. Lads, a head so massive it blotted out the moon. Scales like iron plates, slick and a-glistening, with the sea water and eyes the size of cannonballs, like something from a sailor's worst nightmare, cold, ancient, and a staring right into me soul. Ready your stations, I shouted. Powder, boys, unfasten the magazine. Mr. Sin, aim those 4 cannons. But we didn't fire, not yet. I called to the men. Hold fast, let's not make a move we'll regret. And though the crew was ready to fight, I could see the fear in their eyes. Who wouldn't be a-shaken, eh? But there was something in that beastie's gaze, an intelligence, cold and ancient. It weren't just some mindless creature from the deep. No, this were something far worse. We could feel it, Captain, that thing. It just don't look at any of us. It felt like it was a thinking and a watching and a judging. Aye. I stepped to the foredeck, stared that monster right in the eye, and I shouted, "What's that on the wind, Mr. Sin? You hear it?" And sure enough, there it were, a sound, faint like a distant song, not any tune that I'd heard before, mind ye, but something eerie, like the sea itself were a singing a dirge. One of me lads, a younger and new, swore that he heard it too. "Aye, Captain," he said, "like a song, but not right." Then I did something no sane pirate would do. I called out to it, "I am Captain Renard, a most afeared pirate across these seas. This vessel be the Scarlet Saber, and we be armed to the teeth. But I've no desire to waste me cannon on such a magnificent beast, unless ye force me hand." I took one more footfall forward, pointing at me cannon as I did. And then, to me astonishment, it spoke.
"Why have you entered my domain, little pirate? What do you seek in the Voidreach, where the living do not linger?"
Guy, ye heard me right. It spoke, with a voice like the very earth a-grinding. That fog, I recall, almost responded to the beastly curling its way around with his words. Imagine that, lads. A serpent of the depths, a-speaking, like it had seen the rise and fall of 1,000 empires, and there I stood, a-staring it down. So I played it cool. Told it I'd be more than happy to leave, but for a small fee of a little compensation or treasure, you know, for the Ranu, of course, not but something humble for myself. And that's when the serpent's gaze darkened. Its voice was low and rumbling, and it asked me one final question.
"Are ye certain of that price, little pirate? If ye seek me treasure, there will be no turning back."
And that, my friends, is where the real story begins. Now, if you like me, and you be wanting the rest of this tale, you know where to find me.
Captain Renard, he roams the seas, Scarlet Saber, wild and free, with Mr. Sin right by his side. They face the waves with fearless pride. Through storms and winds they chart their course, with Ranu crew a mighty force, to treasure islands far and near. They sail with neither doubt nor fear. Scarlet Saber cuts the tide, Renard's crew will not divide. With a heart as bold as flame, their legend grows, they gain their fame. Sea winds whisper tales of old, of hidden treasures, chests of gold. Running crew with hearts so bold, sail the night through storms and cold. Echoes of the past arise in pirate songs and sailor cries. Captain Renard lifts his sword to the sky for the reward. Scarlet Saber cuts the tide, Renard's crew will not divide. With a heart as bold as flame, their legend grows, they gain their fame. of the past arise, and pirate songs and sailor cries. Captain Renard lifts his sword to the sky for the reward. Scarlet Saber cuts the tide. Renard's crew will not divide. With a heart as bold as flame, their legend grows, they gain their fame.